JustRite Monogram Stamper Kit comes with an instruction booklet, the monogram unit itself. It comes with 4 borders and centers, and it also comes with your font. You get the 95-point font and the 50-point font in your stamper kit. Now I'm going to show you how the stamper kit works. So this is how your stamper comes. Some have green buttons, some have red buttons. It doesn't matter what color the buttons are. You open it up by pulling off this plastic lid right here. And then this is your stamper kit. Now right now it's currently locked. To unlock it, I'm just going to press down on the outer ring and it pops up. You can see the unit inside spin. Right here is where the stamp pad goes, the ink pad. When you get it, it will come with a black inside of it. For storage, I take my ink pad out. You want the ink pad to be facing the stamp. Now I'm going to lock it in place a little higher so that the stamp is no longer making contact with the ink pad. Let me show you that again. When it's not locked, see how the stamp can make contact with the ink pad in there? When you lock it, just by pressing the 2 buttons, see, the stamp is no longer making contact with the ink pad. So I'm going to put in the ink pad, and that was a single color ink pad. Now I'm going to unlock it, and I'm going to bring it so that the stamp is up, and I'm going to lock it in place so that I can now put in my center and my outer border. Now you'll see it's got a series of grooves and valleys, and the centers and letters all plug right into those. Here is the center and the outer ring, and they just plug right in. I'm actually going to do a monogram real quick with the letters. You just plug it in, just like that. You can feel it pop in. It's kind of like a Ziploc. Now I'm going to put my initials on, and I have trimmed down my letters just to prevent any overstamping. So you just plug your letters right into place. Okay, just like that. Now I'm ready to use it. Now I'm going to unlock it, and it's going to turn over and make contact with the ink pad. I'm just going to pop it a few times so that it inks it up really well. Got my paper, and now with one even pressure, with one fluid motion with even pressure, first I'm going to pop it a few times just to make sure that the stamp is inked up well. Now with one fluid motion, straight down, even pressure, and back up, there is your monogram. Now the great thing about this stamp is that you can switch out the ink. You can get the 2-tone ink pad. So I'm going to clean this real quick. And I'm just using a baby wipe. You can put it into like a Stampin' Scrub or something that's going to scrub it clean, but then your little feet will be wet and they can leave a mark on the next project that you stamp. I'm going to pop these out. And I'm going to put in a center that says thank you, and just pop it right in there. And I'm going to grab another border and just change it out just that quick. Just pop it into place. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to change out my ink pad. I'm going to unlock it and just hold it and let it smoothly go. And I'm going to start pushing in the buttons, and it'll lock just before it makes contact with the ink pad. Now I can take the ink pad out, put the cover back on it, store it, and the other side is empty so you can put re-inkers in there. Now I'm going to show you the 2-tone ink pad. Comes like this. It's empty. It's got one color for the center, one color for the outer ring. You just use re-inkers to fill that up. I'm going to use one that's got pink and green in it. And the stamp is currently locked so that the stamp itself does not make contact with the ink pad. I'm going to pop in the ink pad. I'm going to unlock the stamp. Now the stamp is making contact with the ink pad. I'm going to put the stamp in place. Make sure it's inked well. Pop it a few times. Now with even pressure, straight down and straight up. And there's our image, and just like that, you have several ready to go. The Monogram Stamper unit will allow you to use the ink cartridge that has two-tone colors, but if you don't have an empty ink cartridge and don't want to commit an ink cartridge to a specific color, that's when the JustRite blocks come in very handy. So this is, you can buy these in the blister packs or in kits. It's just like the Monogram Stamper unit except it's on a wood block, which is great for if you have stamp pads that you want to use and don't want to commit an ink refill to the stamper kit. You just plug these in place just like you would the stamper kit. And I like to push down and make sure it's all stamped in, it's all pushed in there good. Now what you can do is take your regular stamp pad and ink it up in any color you have. You're not limited to how many refills you have with the Monogram Stamper Kit. And then just stamp. Apply good even pressure. Give it a moment for the ink to soak into the paper. And there you have it. It's that easy. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot about JustRite stampers.